Support for Dipping Milk and Cookies comes from Axel Strat LLC, but we'll get into that a little bit later. In the meantime, let's jump into today's episode.
Welcome to Dipping Milk and Cookies with your hosts Garrett Cookie Smith and Michael Milkman Segovia. Go ahead and cue that outro.
Little kitty. All right. Welcome to another episode of Dipping Milk in Cookies. Guys, I am Garrett, Cookie Commander Smith. With me, as always, my partner in crime, the one, the only, Michael, Master Milker Segovia. What's up there, bud?
Just trying to not keep
Die.
off, dude. It's like you gotta take small breaths and
Yeah.
short sentences.
Yeah. That's a fact. I'll give you that. But yeah, this is part two of the video game episode fucking 40. Wrap your mind around that shit. That's pretty crazy. We're almost reaching the end of season 1. Really can't wait. Really can't wait to unveil season 2. Also got a pretty big move coming up probably within the next 2 weeks, I would imagine, which is gonna be super fucking exciting. But we're gonna keep that under wraps. We're just gonna kind of drop it right on your fucking faces like a fatty load, and it's gonna be it's gonna be the best. But yeah, no, how are you doing, bud?
I'm good, man. Did some running around today, took care of some stuff. Other than that, was a little hungover. Fucked that all up last night.
Yeah.
It's probably good too, because Jaylene was hanging out with me again, and she spilled my beer outside.
Good.
Had she not finished, I'd done that, I would have finished that. I probably would have felt even more shitty today. Because
Yeah.
there were like some 7.5s.
No doubt.
I gotta stop drinking that shit.
Yeah. I also put one on last night as myself, and
And what
Yeah, I
sucks
didn't-
too is that our birthdays are like 2 weeks away. So it's like, well, let's do it for August for our birthdays. But it's like, well, no, we usually go out like one night in between our birthdays.
dude, yeah, no, I got people coming in from Illinois this weekend. We're gonna hang out Saturday night. Wonder what we're gonna do. And then the weekend after that is me and Emily are going to the cabin with Liz and Mitch. Like, I forget where it is, somewhere up north. But yeah, we're there for fucking 5 days. So
Ooh, nice.
yeah, so wonder what's gonna happen out there. And then after that, yeah, it's I'll be at the cabin for my birthday, but like the next
Just
week,
cool. Like, not like I want to see you. Or
the
anything.
next week, I'm prioritizing my birthday.
Your friends. Besides.
No.
your real
Did you not
friends.
just hear me? I'm prioritizing my birthday to do something like that so that I can be around for my best friend's birthday. Okay? All right, it's not about me. Mike, it's not about me. It's about you, buddy.
That's
it's
funny.
about you. Come on, man.
I mean, it makes sense. My birthday is on a Saturday. Yours is on a Thursday. So
yeah, exactly.
That's funny.
Oh, quiet down, Dad. Well, yeah, that's good. But I totally just lost the train of thought. What were we just talking about? How you were doing? Oh, being hungover and
Yeah.
stop drinking. Yeah. You know, like, what'd you say to me outside? It's just like, let's just alcoholic.
Yeah.
Like, you know, one of my coworkers, one of my favorite coworkers, he tells me all the time, because I talk to him and I'll say to him like, dude, I really got to quit drinking. And he always says to me, he's just like, but why? Just in moderation, all right? Just know when enough's enough. And it's like, well, buddy, sometimes I don't catch that, and it sometimes evades me. So, you know,
That's
it is
why I
what
like
it
to
is.
buy just those 6-packs of the IPAs, because if I buy like a bottle of booze, I'll drink it till it's like gone.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
unless I get really drunk, then it's just like, all right.
Or
if
unless
I
you
buy
get the
12
fucking
pack.
Kirkland signatures, those fucking huge,
Yeah.
the handles, big handles. Well, I mean, it's all the same size. Yeah. But yeah, it is definitely going to be.
But
it's
you
gonna
know
be a
what?
long summer.
We don't drink like we did.
That's
when we were
true.
younger.
That's true. And I'm definitely, I mean, I'm more active than I used to be. So, like, I try to compensate, but still eat like trash. And I'm like, dude, yesterday, that's another reason why I went to the gym today. Because last night, oh man, I melted a bag of gummies, right? Well, I just threw it in the freezer and eventually in the fridge. And I just ripped the bag open, and I just took a big chunk out of it and like just totally forgot about it. And then me and Emily went and ran some errands, and yeah, when we got back, she had made tuna casserole.
I love
I got
tuna
some
casserole.
if you want some. It's the best, dude. It's so
It's
good.
the best with hot sauce on it. The habanero stuff. I'm almost done with it.
Yo, now he's coming around to that sauce. I kind of like that sauce.
I do like it. It did have good flavor, but it's just got its weird moments. Once in a while, it's just way too fucking hot.
Yeah, makes you puke. You know, weird.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, I smashed a bunch of that tuna casserole, and then later in the day, because we ate that for lunch, and she made dinner before she left for work. I was like, so I'm gonna cook up one of these jacks for me. I don't know what you
You want
want
one
to do.
too?
I was gonna say, I don't know if you want one. It's like we bought 4 of them, and it's just like she bought 2 of her kind, I bought 2 of my kind. So I'm like, I'm gonna cook one of mine for me. Do you want some? And she's like, well, don't do that. I'll just make tacos. And I was like, sold.
Perfect.
Yeah. So then she made tacos. She brings out 3 soft shell tacos, but like hooked up tacos, and like, dude, that edible had me in the throes of like the munch machine, and I was just like a fucking pelican. And like by the time she had finished dressing her 2, I was walking back in with the empty plate, just like, oh, cool, you hooked it up.
Yes, that's so great.
She's like, are you fucking kidding me? And I was just like, what? Where are the tacos? I don't know why he brought me this empty plate. She was just like, Jesus Christ, just let me eat mine, all right? Chill out, man. I'm looking at the stove, and there's still meat on the stove. I'm like, all right.
You got 5 minutes.
I was gonna say TikTok, man. She's like, just drink some water. I'm like, babe, it's going down. So like, either just I like, do you want? There's 2 left. I'll give you one of them if you want it, but like, I'm getting that last one.
And then I'm gonna make a motherfucking pizza too.
No, I thank God I didn't do that, but yeah, dude, I went real hard eating yesterday. So like, that was again big reason why I wanted to get up and go to the gym today, and it was rough, and I wanted to sweat. I would just sit in that fucking. I went into the dry sauna instead of the steam one. I sat in there for like 20 minutes, which is like normal. That's what you're supposed to do, is like 20 minutes at 180 in a dry room. But like, it's so hard to do that. Freaks do that. That's, who did I hear that from? Oh, Joe Rogan. Yeah, freaks of nature do that. I can last fucking a solid 10 minutes, but it's gonna be like, you're checking your pulse, like, I think my heart's telling me to get out of here right now, because like, you're fucking.
Did you guys hear that knocking?
Right.
I think someone's at the door telling me to get the fuck out of here.
Oh wait, I'm by myself. That's right.
I should see who's here.
It's fucking life. 'Cause yeah, dude, you'll come out of that room, and even though it's like when you walk in, it doesn't seem like shit. You're just like, all right, whatever. And then after you're sitting in there for like 3-4 minutes, then it's just like you start to get the beads that hit your eyebrows, start to go in your eyes, and then
Fucking hate movies.
yeah, dude. You'll move around a little bit, and then you'll realize that you'll sit down in a spot with like a fucking screw that's like, you know, that's still not bored all the way into the fucking wood. So you'll sit on it. Ooh, that's really hot. That's really hot.
That's funny.
But yeah, I can usually last about 10 minutes. But yeah, today I was in there for a while today. But yeah, when you come out though, it literally is like you feel like you come out of like a chamber, which you really do, especially that steam room, because the steam one is like really aggressive because you're soaking wet when you come out of that fucking thing.
What is the purpose of these rooms again?
Well, they're like
Like it sweats you out?
yeah. It's meant to you're meant to sweat, so like you lose water weight.
That's
You detoxify.
I bet you if I go do that, I'll lose some weight right away. I feel like that's what I'm a big fat water balloon.
As soon as we can bring guests, man, you're coming. You're fucking coming, guy.
Yeah, I'll go to the
There's no
sauna.
excuses.
I'll start with the
Nah,
walking. I'm not gonna start running. Oh yeah, I'm gonna train my way.
Oh no. Yeah, no. No, what I do is I row 1,000 meters. It's the first thing I do when I walk in the door, just to get my heart going. You row 1,000 meters. Doesn't matter how long it takes you. Just has to be 1,000 meters. And then I go and I hit machines. Like today, I did the fucking whore machines, the hip inductors and abductors. I did those. Did the calf guy. I'm really trying to get rid of the titties, so I had to hit the pec fly, and then I got on. That's when I got on the treadmill. And then yeah, I do like this thing. It's like a rolling hill simulation on the treadmill.
Oh okay.
The incline will go up and down, but I'll walk half mile into it, and then once I hit the half mile mark, that's when I start running. Just nice, light jog. You know, just keep it skeezy. And then I run a mile, and then I walk half a mile, and then after that I try to run just as long as I can until
How many times do you typically go a week?
I usually go every day I'm off of work.
Oh,
I'm gonna try to.
And then those days you work, you just
I don't go.
okay.
And
So-
especially like now, because I just put in a whole bunch of vacation time and everything. Like I'm gonna be going a lot, for sure. Especially on the days when she has to wake up early to go to work. Wake me up, which she always fucking does anyway. So, but yeah, for sure. As soon as we can bring guests, you can come. For
Yeah,
sure.
that's
And
one
I'm
of-
telling you, dude, it's not as aggressive. It's not as bad as you think. That steam room. Be scared of that fucking thing, because when you walk into that shit, it literally will take your breath away. And especially being a smoker like me.
Mm-hmm.
But like I've gotten used to it. Been in there a few times. But that first fucking time I went in there with my dad, he just like he knew what was gonna happen. He's just looking at me, just like, "You all right? You gonna be all right?" And I'm just like, yeah, "Why are you saying? What are you asking me that for?"
You can drink that water coming off your lip or what?
Yeah, it's pretty gnarly, but dude, it feels amazing because then yeah, you get out and you fucking take a shower and $100. Feel like $100, $1 million. All right, I think I've rambled on long enough here. Why don't we jump into the meat and potatoes of today's episode? So I figure we left off basically at the new age, or the new dawn of like console gaming. And I'm talking about Xbox and PlayStation. They're essentially the only two that have survived, aside from Nintendo Switch, which we'll briefly talk about a little bit later. But yeah, Xbox and PlayStation, they both have been around for I mean, the first Xbox came out in 2001, so I would imagine the PlayStation came around. Well, I suppose, what's the PlayStation 2, Mike? When did that first come out?
The PlayStation 2, 1 second, let me find it here. 2000?
Okay, so it came out a year earlier than Xbox. Ooh, excuse me. What is going on here? Stand by. Oh, there we go. Okay, lost my fucking place there. Well, since PlayStation 2 first came out in 2000. Why don't you start? We'll just kind of trade off back and forth. We're just basically going to go over, when these came out, the basic specs that kind of made them, a little bit more next level, and then the big games that were, associated with their releases, and then the memories, man. Because fuck. Obviously, 2001, 2000, that was fucking sweet spot. It's leaving 8th grade, going to fucking high school.
Yep.
Forget about it, buddy. So yeah, we were hitting them sticks hard.
Yeah.
Hard, brah.
Oh yeah. Good old Robitussin days.
Oh, sitting on some Caesar, baby.
That's why I've never gotten sick, really.
But you still can't fucking smell that shit.
Arby's fruit
Let me go
punch,
ahead and
dude.
say this for everybody.
Dude, Arby's fruit punch always reminds me of Robitussin.
Blah. Yeah, move on. PlayStation 2.
All right, so the PS2 was released in 2000, and it was the evolution that set a new standard for the medium. A high-definition 3D visuals, online play, and an integrated DVD player meant movies were just a button press away without the need for expensive add-ons. So 2000, they had the DualShock controller that put even more analog accuracy into your hands with greater degrees of movement in its sticks and pressure-sensitive face buttons that detected how firmly you pressed them. Some of the big games that came out for the PS2 in the early days was GTA 3, which I know that was the game that I played all the time. Me and Anthony being at Jake's house, we played all the time. For sure, played by you all the time.
Oh yeah.
Same thing with Vice City, but then
fuck yeah.
Jack and Daxter. I never played any of those, or Ratchet and Clank. But they had the iToy in 2003. I remember when that came out. They used the PS2's USB ports, and the iToy was a digital camera that projected your image on screen and tracked your movements, helping form the foundation of many augmented reality games that followed.
Yeah.
I can just imagine, with our cameras that we have now for the systems to what it was 20 years ago, that it's like a 16-bit camera, just like.
Yeah, right.
And they also had the SingStar mics that came out in 2004 that ushered in a new era of accessible song-based entertainment with SingStar and its 2 branded microphones. Its inventiveness was commended with the BAFTA Award for Originality in 2005.
BAFTA.
And then in 2005, they had the Buzz Buzzers. It's a home console quiz gaming system, not necessarily a system, but attachment that played the game Buzz series, which I never heard of. And they look pretty cool. They had the 4 buttons with the little, like a rotating ball, it looks like. That's really weird. Anyways, God of War 2005. And then it kind of starts to get into the PSP, because that was another big thing too. But I'll let you go with yours, because that came out after.
Well, actually, I had a total brain fart, man. We started at the PlayStation 2 when we should have started at the original PlayStation.
I can do the PS.
Yeah. So yeah. Let's do that. So that one came out in '94. So technically, PlayStation's been.
Yeah. So PlayStation came out in '94 in Japan, and then '95 in America and Europe. The game-changing PlayStation sported a sleek design in the CD format, meaning games were bigger, 3D capable, and with superior sound to what came before it. Within a decade, PlayStation became the first games console in the history to sell over 100 million units worldwide. So with the 4 shoulder buttons instead of the standard 2, the PlayStation controller gave developers the potential to explore more gameplay possibilities. It was followed by the dual analog controller in '97, and then the original DualShock also in '97. Some of those big game titles were Ridge Racer.
I loved Ridge Racer.
That game, it was really slick with the 3D graphics. It was a fun drift mechanics, made it an instant hit. Followed by Crash Bandicoot, which I played a lot of that too.
I got it right now.
Do you?
From my Xbox, hell yeah.
Also, I played a lot of the Tomb Raider, Final Fantasy games.
Resident Evil.
Yeah, Resident Evil.
Those were huge with me back in the day on the first PlayStation. I loved Resident Evil.
I was always honestly scared to play those games.
Oh, dude, they're the best, man. I got a Blair Witch game on my Xbox that's fucking creepy. I want to get better. I want to get better headphones. I wonder if I could just use these.
Probably. Well,
I
it
don't
depends.
know
The
if
jack is.
Yeah. But dude, yeah, it's like suggested when you start the game. It's just like you should put on good headphones, turn off the lights, and it's just like okay.
Yeah,
And
and
I
then
played it a little bit with my shitty one headphone, and like, dude, be walking, all you have was like a flashlight. You're just like looking around. Your dog that is with you is just like, what the fuck's over there? And you hear a branch break over here. What the fuck's over there? Emily walks. Wow, what the fuck are you doing?
there's
I
games
love
too
that
that
shit,
make
dude.
they have you lower the brightness on the TV so it's even more creepy
It's
and
more dynamic when
yeah, it's
pop
just
outs
like,
come
oh,
out.
come on, man.
I love that shit.
Parasite Eve, I played that game a lot.
Oh, it's the best.
That game was great.
It's the best.
They also had the PlayStation Link cable in 1995. So before the internet became mainstream, this cable allowed players to connect two PlayStation consoles via two TVs for selected multiplayer hits.
Such fucking two-player hits like pow rappa rappa, chop, block, punch, kick.
Now here's one that I never even knew existed for the PlayStation. Was it's called Pocket Station. It was one of the first consoles to use external memory cards, leading to the creation of Pocket Station in 1998. A memory card with a built-in LCD screen and basic controls for mini games. And it's literally, it looks like the size of like a Tamagotchi. I'm sure people remember what those are. And then it's got like 4 little buttons, and then like one big button. I'm assuming is like the OK button.
Yeah.
But then in '98, Metal Gear Solid. Now that game has been a staple for PlayStation forever. Like, fucking.
Oh yeah, dude.
I think they made it where now like Snake's grandson is a fucking.
You've gathered attention. You've gained attention.
Yeah, the little exclamation mark that pop above your head.
Yeah. Where's my box? Where's my box?
Yeah, right. Random cardboard box. Just go crawl underneath it. Whoa, that box wasn't there before. That's right. Let's keep going.
Ring. that noise fucking haunts my dreams.
I've heard people have that as a ringtone.
As a
on their
notification,
phone.
yeah. I'm pretty sure I used to do it a long time ago. All right, let's pop over to the first Xbox. This big blocky piece of shit. I remember that thing. The original Xbox, Microsoft debuted in the home console gaming market with a characterized big size in black and green colors. Was released on November 15th, 2001. At the time, the 6th generation console market was overwhelmed by PlayStation, GameCube, and Dreamcast, which those last two, man, really fizzled out. I remember fucking slaying on GameCube fucking Super Smash Brothers, though. When I lived in Madison, those college kids that lived next door to my brother that I became cool with my fake ID, I'd walk down to the fucking cork and bottle, right down the fucking block. I go in there, I get myself a bottle of fucking Ezra Williams whiskey, a 6-pack of Heineken, and I'd walk back to their house, and we would literally just smash all night. Yeah, not that way though. Not, you know, no homo. I'm talking about Super Smash Bros.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what you guys called yourselves.
Leading Microsoft to rise through a very competitive marketplace, and people were wondering if the Xbox console would be an expensive mistake.
That was so good, dude.
So
That's probably what you guys called yourself.
Yeah. They proved everyone wrong by selling 650,000 units of hardware in its first week. Yeah, suck it, bitches. The console's prototype was put together at first as a side project using Dell laptop parts, and then Microsoft decided to redesign it. This led Xbox to use the PC's x86 architecture, a build that was very rare for a console at the time. Microsoft engineers originally called the console DirectXbox, named after the DirectX graphics technology that was developed for PC gaming and later was shortened to Xbox. See, Xbox was the first console to have a built-in Ethernet port. Yeah, again, first one. And it's so fucked up. I talk so much shit. I rocked PlayStations like a majority of my life, dude. It's like literally as of late, like the last like 6-8 years, something like that. That's when I swapped over to Xbox. Fucking nerd. Sorry. Xbox was the first console to have a built-in Ethernet port combined with a broadband connection. It was the time where Xbox Live launched and Microsoft offered to players a unique, steady, and reliable online experience, but only with a subscription, which they still fucking good to this day. But it's the one thing PlayStation does have right is the PSN is free, but
No, you still pay for the year.
really?
Yeah, it's like $50 for the year or $60 for the year. I think it's $50.
Since
for
when
the
did
year.
they start doing that? I thought it was always free.
No, Xbox is free, and
Xbox
No,
has
now it's
never
not
been-
free anymore.
Xbox has never been free.
I've always paid for my PlayStation account.
Okay. One of the biggest hits for Xbox obviously was, do you know? Can you take a guess?
Halo.
Bingo. What's his name? Halo, which is a science fiction first-person shooter game developed by Bungie. With smooth and balanced gameplay, followed with its sequel in 2004, were more than enough reasons to buy an Xbox. I still never bought the Xbox, but I remember playing the shit out of Halo.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I remember playing the shit out of Halo on the original guy somewhere. It was at like Fof's house or something. I'd be over there and just fucking smashing, just smacking around.
I bet you
Yeah,
did.
fuck yeah, every fucking guy I come, yeah, I'm gonna play these games, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, fuck you too, dickhead. Many other exclusive titles followed, like Ninja Gaiden, Fable, and Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell: Chaos Theory, which helped a lot helped build the franchise.
And all those games too were like games that I played
Oh yeah,
on
dude,
Xbox.
absolutely.
I think I've actually I love PlayStation, but I think I've played more actual titles on Xbox because I like on my PlayStation I'm very specific with what I like to play.
Yeah, man. We had Burnout 3, let's say Conquer Live and Reloaded, Dead or Alive 3, Fable, Forza, Halo 2, Halo Combat Evolved, Star Wars: Knight of the Old Republic. I remember that game was fucking tight. The Elder Scrolls, Morrowind.
That's my shit.
Get Morrow.
Used to go around just fucking kill random people in the middle of nowhere and then just like take their house over and go sell all their shit and then yeah, I was a fucking dickhead player.
All right, why don't you hit us? Well, we did PlayStation 2. Well, then let me do Xbox. The second Xbox here, which would be the Xbox 360. Which I still have it in the fucking graveyard. But yeah, Microsoft released its second console in North America on November 22nd, 2005, roughly a year before its PlayStation 3 and Nintendo Wii competitors. The Xbox 360 came in 2 SKUs at launch. The higher-end Pro Edition came with a 20-gig hard drive and retailed for $400. But Microsoft also wanted to offer a cheaper model that hit a $300 price point, and released the core model as a result. This SKU lacked a hard drive, which caused some confusion among game developers who weren't initially sure how to design games around this fragmented constraint. Users could purchase and add an optional optional Xbox hard drive to the console. The first batch of Xbox 360s were white, though you could swap the front faceplate to customize the aesthetics a bit. Over its lifespan, Microsoft's second console drastically outperformed its freshman effort, for sure, hell yeah, and sold over 84 million units worldwide. It continued to underperform in Japan, however, with estimates suggesting that it sold roughly 1.5 million units. Despite struggling in the land of the rising sun, it remains Microsoft's best-selling system to date. The Xbox 360 moved away from the x86 architecture that the original console used. Microsoft instead opted to go with an IBM PowerPC solution. Its triple-core 6-thread CPU was codenamed Xenon and was clocked at 3.2 gigahertz. After getting over a legal payment dispute with NVIDIA over the original Xbox's GPU, Microsoft decided to go with ATI for its graphics. The 360 used a custom solution codenamed Xenos that was based on the manufacturer's Radeon X1800 graphics card. For memory, the system used 512 megabytes of shared GDDR3 RAM, clocked at 700 megahertz. While the memory was a very costly investment for Microsoft at the time, the company met with studios like Epic Games to see what games like Gears of War would need to properly run. The console supported DirectX 9, and developers generally saw the Xbox 360 as being easier to program for than the PS3 with its complicated cell processor. Multi-platform games on the system tended to look better on the 360 as a result, which is no joke. That's a whole lot of fucking nerd talk right there. But yeah, obviously the Xbox 360 competed against the PlayStation 3 and the Nintendo Wii. But I mean, some of the fucking best games, bro. Call of Duty, Modern Warfare. Stick a fucking fork in it. I don't need to read anymore. But I mean, BioShock, fucking Gears of War, Grand Theft Auto 5, Grand Theft Auto 4.
What's interesting too is that
Oblivion.
Yep, that
Elder
was another
Scrolls,
good one. I
Skyrim.
don't like that one as much. That
Which
was probably
one?
my Oblivion. That was probably my least favorite of
Yeah.
Morrowind, Oblivion, and Skyrim.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought I saw something. There's a new one coming out, which obviously is going to happen with the PS5. So, yeah. Oh, but what I was going to say is what's interesting is that both these consoles had games that were on both systems,
Mm-hmm.
and the game experience was actually like different,
Mm-hmm.
which I thought was kind of interesting.
Yeah. All right, your turn. PlayStation 3.
Well, they got the little PSP in here. It's a little short-lived piece of the PlayStation history, being released 2004 in Japan and then 2005 in the US and Europe.
Piece of shit.
It really was.
PSP, stupid piece of poop.
It's a pocket-sized powerhouse, they claimed it to be, that could play games, movies, music, and browse the internet. Which it did do all that
It
stuff,
could do
but
it.
like it really fucking, it was really shitty. Some of the games, like Grand Theft
Yeah.
Auto Liberty City Stories, I remember playing that on there, and it was just like, this is fucking whack.
Boring.
And then did you know that in the 10-year lifespan of the console, there was 5 variations of how it looked? So like every 2 years they released a new version, and they just all look fucking stupid. It almost looks like if you
man.
remember when Sega had like a handheld game,
Uh-huh.
imagine like that, but like a little bit, more
Sleeker.
sleek, yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking dumb.
Yeah.
But the PS3 came out in 2006 in Japan and the US, and then 2007 in Europe. The PS3 had all the elements which made the PS2 a world beater, provided a powerful cornerstone for PlayStation 3. High definition became standard with the integrated Blu-ray disc player, while an internal hard disk drive and versatile online functionality brought a wealth of entertainment system services to your home, which the PS3 to me looked just really nice too. So like smooth, but it was bulky
It was
too.
big.
It was big. So they had the 6-axis controller in 2006, and then the DualShock 3 in 2007. Able to track 6 axes of movement, the wireless 6-axis delivered an early form of motion control. By 2007, 6-axis had become DualShock 3, adding vibration feedback to its features, which I know chicks liked, because I even put it on my pee-pee once in a while. Losing to a bad guy, it's like, do better, yeah. No, I'm just kidding, I didn't do that.
Yeah, right.
They were also
Grizzly Adams had a beard.
those controllers were also USB. You had the little, I think it was the
Game
micro
changer.
USB fucking
Yeah, phone charger.
phone charging
Phone
port.
charger.
And that shit,
That just
It-
game changer.
it did, dude.
Game
Like,
changer.
you don't have to just sit 8 feet away from the TV anymore. Like,
Nope.
I'm sitting 30 feet away playing this
yeah.
game.
Hell yeah.
But after a little while, then I became 8 feet away.
Yeah.
Shit, it's just like when you're-
Get away from me.
Just like when you're playing Call of Duty and you start to like lose, you're just like, all right, you sit up
Yeah,
on the
you
couch and
sit
lean
up,
forward.
yeah,
It's like, all right, let me
right.
get serious in this bitch now.
You get like those computer nerds that are just fucking.
Yeah, fucking squares. Then they had the PlayStation Network and PlayStation Store in 2006. With the arrival of the PlayStation Network, introduced the hub that has since become essential for online gaming, music, movies, TV, online communication, and more. While the PlayStation Store quickly also became the one-stop hub for downloading and pre-ordering PlayStation games, which is really sweet. Getting the digital copies of stuff, it saves you having to drive to the store and all that shit. You can just quick download it and bam. And then there was the PlayStation Home in 2008. That's an innovative social environment that was free to explore via a custom avatar. PlayStation Home let players decorate their own personal digital apartment, interact with others, watch trailers, and take part in special events. I kind of vaguely remember doing that.
Yeah, it's like The Sims.
Yeah, I think that's why I was just like, this is not for me.
Boring.
Yeah. 2007 was the PlayStation Eye. With 4 times the resolution and twice the frame rate of the iToy on PS2, PlayStation Eye became a great partner for PlayStation Move and essential for innovative augmented reality games such as iPet. So yeah, you're hearing it say 4 times the resolution and twice the frame rate from the PS2. That's still like nothing to what we have today.
Cute.
Yeah, right. PlayStation Plus in 2010 was granting players access to premium features such as exclusive PlayStation Store discounts and a selection of downloadable games at no additional cost.
Good job, buddy.
Right.
Way to go, pal.
The popular subscription service had reached a colossal 34 million members by early 2018. And I'll say that every month there's 2 games that they give you for free to download. And some of the games I've downloaded, like, they would be $60, and then the next month it's free, and then after that it goes right back up to $60. So it's some of these games, like, I bought or I downloaded them. I didn't even really play them, but it's just like a habit for, I want to do something different. I just re-download a different game, They had the stereoscopic 3D movies and games glasses in 2010. Using a 3D TV, compatible glasses, and any of the select games or Blu-ray 3D disc movies, the experience of watching and playing was given a brilliant new perspective with hundreds of compatible movies and games. And then 2010 also had the PlayStation Move controller. The PS3 delivered enhanced motion control with PlayStation Move, putting the fun of a racket, wand, gun, or anything a compatible game required in the palm of your hand with incredible precision. I remember playing with that once in a while. Some of the big titles that came out for the PS3 was Little Big Planet series. Never really played that. The Last of Us, I haven't played that, but that one looks good. That's a horror-tinged survival action adventure that would go on to be one of the most critically acclaimed games in video game history. Which is true, because they have it also for the PS4, and I don't know, they don't think they have it for Xbox at all.
I don't think so.
But I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, because titles like that, usually they spread the love out. And then GTA 5, which is still a fucking huge popular game. Playing that game online is kind of fun.
Remember Uncharted?
Yep.
2 and 3 came out with that.
I had that when I actually got my PlayStation. That was what came with it. Was the Drake's Uncharted.
I remember when you got that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, at the same time, we got to go to a bunch of Brewers games.
Sup, Peggy? Sup, lady?
Oh
man. Yeah, it's okay. Are you down there with PS3?
Yeah, because then it goes into the next little piece of shit.
Okay. All right.
PS Vista.
Before we do that, let us break here for our sponsor. Axelstrat is a company built on core values of integrity, sustainability, and innovation, and is passionate about finding solutions for business growth. By working together, they will find activities that add value to your business while creating a framework that is flexible, yet structurally sound and allows your business to grow profitably. Alex Weber, founder of Axelstrat, is bringing a new, fresh, organic approach to doing business in today's ever-changing landscape. Equipped with a Bachelor's of Business Administration, Accounting from the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee, Associates in Music Production and Recording Technology from Madison Media Institute, and coupled with real-world experience as a financial controller, Alex is a leader in business administration using analytical and creative approaches to developing sustainable business growth strategies. Now, right now, our listeners are going to receive 15% off any service for up to the first $300. Yes, you heard that right. 15% off any service for up to the first $300. Let me explain here, folks. Anyone who has looked into any kind of photography, videography, graphic design, branding, social media management knows that it can be a little pricey. Okay, so why pass up on a fantastically ridiculous deal? Again, 15% off to the first $300 when you use the code DMC. Okay, very, very important, guys. Make sure he knows that we're the ones that sent you to him. Otherwise, you will not be able to get this deal. To reach the great staff at Axelstrat, please call 818-585-8742 or send an email to ateam@axelstrat.com. Again, that is ATEAM@axelstrat.com. The number again, 818-585-8742. Prepare yourself to be stratified. All right, and we're back. So we just finished off with PlayStation 3. I'm going to jump into what I had no idea that Xbox did so many versions of 360. So I'm just going to jump over all of them real quick. In 2010, Microsoft released Xbox 360S. That was June 14th. Had a 250 gig hard drive, an optical DVD drive, 5.1 channel surround sound, 512 megabytes of memory. Let's see here. It released a new and redesigned slim model of the Xbox 360, a slim, lighter, and freshly looking design with a glossy black finish and a smaller power brick were more than enough for players to give a second chance on the Xbox 360 brand. And then in 2013, they came out with the 360E. Let's see here. Basically had the same specs, except it had HD DVD capabilities. The GPU was different. Let's see. The last version of Xbox 360. Oh, there was only a couple. Well, no, there was more than. I thought there was more than one. I guess there was only 3. The last version of Xbox 360 was released by Microsoft on June 10th, 2013. The Xbox 360E was slightly smaller, lighter, and quieter than the S model, and it was built for players who were unwilling to spend money for the upcoming Xbox One. For the cheapskates. The design is similar to the Xbox One console with its intercooler design, the black matte color, and the gloss finish. The designers rolled back to the physical power and eject buttons and removed the AV connector, making it an HDMI-only video connection. Best move they could have made. The Xbox 360E model was also offered, or it did also offer 2 USB ports, Ethernet, Wi-Fi support, and a Kinect port. In fact, yeah, I'm going to jump into the Kinect then here real quick. So the Kinect, on November 22nd, 2013, Microsoft released the next Xbox console that introduced us to the next generation. The Xbox One. Oh no. Wait a minute. Hold on. Getting ahead of myself. Where is it? It's not on this one. Come on. There it is. Microsoft released its Kinect add-on for the Xbox 360 on November 11th, 2010. Roughly 5 years after the launch of the console. In addition to supporting voice commands, the motion control device used a relatively advanced sensor that allowed users to play games with their bodies rather with controllers. I can hear the cottonmouth in my ears right now, and it's driving me crazy. Hold on, stand by, guys. Holy shit. Okay. Much better. It represented Microsoft's first major foray into motion controls and ended up being a financial hit. Despite releasing relatively late into the console's life cycle, the Kinect became the fastest-selling consumer electronics device and sold 8 million units within 60 days. To date, Microsoft has sold over 24 million first-generation Kinects, which puts it on par with the sales of the original Xbox console. I had a Kinect. I remember having that at my dad's house back in the day, man. We used to play, what was that game called? A Minute to Win It.
Yeah.
It was like a minute to win it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that was it. Yeah, I was getting all drunk and playing that shit in the fucking living room. I remember, though, the one thing that really stood out with the Kinect was from Paranormal Activity 3, I think.
No, it was the first one.
No, it wasn't the first one. No, it
2?
wasn't the second one either, because the second one was in the 80s. Pretty sure it was the third one.
Was it?
Yeah. It was either the third or fourth one. There's like 1,000 of them, so there's some room for error. But yeah, that scene in that movie with the Kinect that would cast out the star.
Yeah,
the star
little
path.
dots.
There's somebody standing there, but now there's not.
And then it moves, it walks.
Yeah, oh God. Yeah.
I bet you there's a lot of people that got rid of their Kinects after that. And then there was a lot of people that bought them to see if that would happen.
Mm-hmm. Fuck yeah.
Okay, I'm not trying to sit there and wait for the dots to start walking towards me. Nope.
No thanks. I don't need that information, man.
Nope.
You can keep that shit to yourself, homie. All right, so yeah, let's move on to the PS4.
Yes. So the release date for the PS4 was 2013 in the U.S. and Europe, and 2014 in Japan, which is weird. That's the first time that it was backwards. Japan had always got the first releases. So the 8th generation of a video game, or the 8th generation of video games erupted into life with a powerhouse system capable of high dynamic range, HDR for vibrant visuals, integrated streaming, and social media features for instantly sharing your best or worst gaming moments, and the most comfortable DualShock controller yet. I will say those controllers are
They're smooth,
great.
man. They're smooth.
So the DualShock 4 wireless controller came out in 2013 as well, with its refined shape, enhanced gyroscope, built-in speaker, the ability to capture video and screens, a light bar, a touchpad. The DualShock 4 wireless controller is one of the most flexible controllers ever created. It is fucking great. The PlayStation camera, don't have that, and probably because of the whole thing with the Kinect. But that came out in 2013 as well. Not only capable of video broadcasting, voice commands, and facial recognition to let users log into their PS4, PlayStation cameras, 2 highly sensitive cameras, are vital to conveying depth of space, which is essential for using PlayStation VR. Would now you remember back into the PS2 where it was like 4 times the definition of the eye camera, and then to see that it's doing facial recognition, like that bridge in technology is amazing.
It's fucking wild for a video game. Fucking wild.
PlayStation Now in 2014 was released with its ever-growing catalog of AAA games, indie gems, and cult classics. This cloud-based subscription service provides access to hundreds of PS3 and PS4 titles to stream or download on demand. You can even play via your Windows PC using the app and the DualShock 4 controller. Oh, okay, yeah, that's cool. Some of the big titles that came out pretty early was Bloodborne in 2015. The PlayStation VR was really big in 2016. I remember playing on Radish's.
Hell
The fucking
yeah,
flight
the flight
simulator was
simulator.
pretty tight.
He's got that NASA one too, where you fucking got to dock.
Oh,
dock
okay.
you spin it around and then you have to bring it back and make hard dock, and then landing on the moon. Dude, I did it. For the record, I did do it. It was a little sketch. Almost ran out of fuel. In fact, I did run out of fuel, and I didn't run out of fuel, but I was deathly close to running out of fuel. Either way, that shit was rad, man. That's not as easy as you'd think either.
No.
You have to come in at like such a perfect, like,
Yeah.
it's crazy. But yeah, that shit's fun, man.
Hell yeah, man.
Who doesn't like VR?
Another big one, Uncharted 4. That was 2016. Horizon Zero Dawn, 2017. But in 2016, they released the PS4 Pro. Supercharging the already powerful PlayStation, PS4 Pro brought the visual fidelity of 4K and high dynamic range, making games and entertainment pop off the screen with stunning detail, which is true. 2017, they had Gran Turismo Sport, the real driving simulator, which I bet you that's pretty fucking tight. God of War in 2018, and then Death Stranding 2019. Are some of the big titles, but obviously, you know, we have Call of Duty and Fortnite and, you know, things like that that are multi-platform, and now they're cross-compatible, which is really cool.
Cross-platform. It's so crucial. Because, yeah, that was a big reason why I switched to Xbox, because I wanted to play Call of Duty with the homies. But it's just everybody playing on Xbox.
Yeah.
So, all right, well, I guess I got to get an Xbox. And that's how that happened, because like I said before, I was always faithful to fucking PlayStation, because PlayStation, it was the first like real gaming console, you know, in my opinion.
Have you seen what the new one looks like?
Yeah.
The best meme I've seen of it is when someone took the new PS5 console and had it like facing forward, and then took Saito Kaiba's head from Yu-Gi-Oh and put it on the console. Because dude has like that same fucking outfit, you know. Or people saying, "Oh, it looks like an air purifier," you know.
Yeah, because my favorite one was it's like a PS5 lined up with the next Xbox, and it's just like, are you picking the air filter or the refrigerator or something like that, dude? It's so funny, so funny. All right, hitting Xbox One now, y'all. On November 22nd of 2013, Microsoft released the next Xbox console that introduced us to the next generation. The Xbox One was promoted by Microsoft with an increasing emphasis on the Kinect system and television integration within the built-in apps and voice commands. The Xbox One moved back to the PC's x86 instruction set. The console uses AMD's custom Jaguar accelerated processing unit, which features 2 quad-core modules clocked at 1.75 gigahertz. Gigawatts. 1.75 gigawatts. Sorry. The system uses AMD's Durango integrated graphics solution based on the company's Radeon HD 7000 series GPUs. Durango is clocked at 853 megahertz and is capable of delivering 1.31 teraflops of performance. That's a funny word. For memory, the Xbox One uses 8 gigs of shared DDR3 RAM clocked at 2,133 megahertz, but it also offers 32 megabytes of faster ESRAM embedded onto the APU. The console is generally seen as being slightly weaker than the competing PS4, which doesn't use any ESRAM but features 8 gigs of the fastest GDDR5 memory. Some third-party ports run at a lower native resolution than on Sony's system. Beginning June 2015, the console offered backwards compatibility with numerous Xbox 360 games via software emulation. At E3 2017, Microsoft announced that Xbox One would eventually support original Xbox games as well. I remember that shit. That was so cool when that happened. But it's just like PlayStation had been doing that for fucking ever already. Let's see here. Microsoft is keeping Xbox One sales numbers close to its chest, but industry estimates put it around 26 million units sold as of January 2017. This places it behind Sony's PS4, which has shipped over 60 million consoles to date. Yeah, super hard flex. So obviously, again, they were competing against PS4, the Nintendo Wii U, and the Nintendo Switch, which at this point, let's just pop into the Nintendo Switch just to pay homage to the OG manufacturer. The Nintendo Switch is a video game console developed by Nintendo, released worldwide in most regions on March 3rd, 2017, so not that long ago. It is a hybrid console that can be used as a home console and portable device. It's actually really slick, really cool idea. Marcus has the one you can just hook right up to the TV, and you just pull the controllers off the side.
I got that one too.
Yeah, you do. Yeah. It's fucking slick, dude. It's wireless Joy-Con controllers with standard buttons and directional analog sticks for user input, motion sensing, and tactile feedback can attach to both sides of the console to support handheld style play. They can also connect to a grip accessory to provide a traditional home console gamepad form, or be used individually in the hand like the Wii Remote and Nunchuck, supporting local multiplayer modes. The Nintendo Switch's software supports online gaming through internet connectivity as well as local wireless ad hoc connectivity with other consoles. Nintendo Switch games and software are available on both physical flash-based ROM cartridges and digital distribution via Nintendo eShop. The system has no region lockout. A handheld-focused revision of the system called the Nintendo Switch Lite was released on September 20th, 2019, just last year. Some of the top games, and I'm just going off the top of my head because my girlfriend is fucking batshit insane about this game, but Animal Crossing. You play Animal Crossing?
Yeah, not as hard as I did when I first got it that first week. Honestly, I hadn't played for a while.
But yeah, we got Animal Crossing, Mario Kart, Super Smash, Legend of Zelda, Super Mario, Pokemon.
Paper Mario just came out. Jenny just got Paper Mario.
Really?
Yeah. She says it's fucking tight. She's the nerd.
Yeah. I'm really surprised that her and Emily don't connect more on that shit. But yeah, that's the Nintendo Switch. It's a really cool idea. It's a really great console. But again, the games, it's a lot of the same shit. There's really not that much diversity to the games. Because, it's a fucking handheld. Yeah. But at the same time, you can hook it onto a TV and treat it just like a regular Nintendo. So, but again, you can only go so far with
Yeah, Nintendo had to do that because they knew they really could not compete with an actual console with PlayStation and Xbox, and there's nobody that could even create something right now to just throw it out there and be like, yeah, this is better than both of them, because the both fan bases, dude, like in our chat, PlayStation and Xbox, we always shit on each other, and then the PC guys just kind of feed the fuel into the fire,
Yeah, those fucking assholes.
Well, yeah, I mean, we have that chat for Call of Duty, and
You know who
all of
you
us play it.
are. Yeah, I love that chat so much, dude. That's like it brings so much joy to me. Just like especially like when you just miss a bunch of the messages, and then you just go back and you just start reading them, and it's just like fuck, dude. Oh man.
And then especially if
fucking
you see you
trolling.
getting roasted in there
Dude,
too,
yeah,
and then you're just like,
somebody- yeah,
wait a
somebody-
minute,
Yeah, somebody's getting fucking lit up. You're like, hold the fuck up. What's happening right now?
What
Just
did I
go-
miss?
Let's go.
That's what I just looked. That's like the current
I know,
chats right now.
I know. Because Anthony got his shit all hooked up again.
He
It's like,
did?
Yeah, he said, let's go.
Oh yeah, I'm
Fucking
gonna get on
messaged me,
tonight.
Just like, hey man, let's play. Dude, I took a picture of you. Just like, we're about to start recording, man. Fuck.
Fuck that kid. Let's go.
All right. What's next?
I got a quick rundown of the top 10 all time.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's the last. PS5 isn't out just yet.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So I just got a
one
quick
more.
rundown of the top 10. Oh, you got one more?
I do, yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. So the Xbox One, the Xbox One S. It's just another version of the Xbox One. The Xbox One X, however, this one is this is the newest one on the market right now. The Xbox One X was released on November 7th, 2017. This is the first Xbox console that offers a realistic 4K gaming running on 60 frames per second, being capable of delivering 6 teraflops performance. God, that word's funny. Capable of delivering 6 teraflops of performance and still run the same games software as the already existing Xbox One systems do. In terms of design, the Xbox One X has a slick, minimal design with pure matte black color, looking similar to the Xbox One S, but a lot smaller, making it the smallest Xbox console ever released. The console uses an 8-core AMD processor at 2.3 gigahertz and a 12 gig of shared GDDR5 RAM. As for its GPU, AMD's Radeon graphics card is used again with the Polaris architecture capped at 1172 megahertz. The console was made for 4K enthusiasts with its high-end specs and what it's capable of, but Microsoft made it clear that the Xbox One X is able to expand gaming for those who don't own ultra-high-definition displays too. The console is also backward compatibility with all the other Xbox One titles. So yeah, that's where we're at right now. Obviously, we got Xbox Series X, the refrigerator, and then we got the PS5, the fucking your air filter. I'm
I just
excited.
hope it doesn't sound like one.
Yeah.
I'd be kind of mad about that.
Yeah, that would be lame. But yeah, I'm super stoked. Have you seen any of the trailers for like some of the gameplay and stuff?
No,
man?
I have not watched any of them.
Dude, they look like movies.
I'm sure.
They
Like
look like
that's why I
movies.
don't feel like I need to watch it because
They
like,
look
I already
they're
know.
straight up movies, bro. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous how good the graphics are on these games nowadays.
I believe it, man.
Like it's nuts. It is nutty. So yeah, that's it, man. That's the second part of the video game episode.
I'm just gonna run through this top 10 of PlayStation's all-time games.
Okay.
So coming in at number 10 is Resident Evil 2 for PlayStation 1. Number 9 is Ratchet and Clank PS2. Number 8 is Uncharted 4: A Thief's End for PS4. Number 7 is Devil May Cry 3 for PS2. Number 6 is Horizon Zero Dawn for PS4. Number 5 is Marvel's Spider-Man for the PS4. Number 4 is Bloodborne for PS4. Number 3, which is probably my favorite game, and I know some dudes that absolutely love this game still too, is Final Fantasy VII for the PlayStation 1. What I liked about that game a lot is you could change all the characters' names when you got them.
Yeah.
So Cloud, I always changed to Mike, and then there's this black dude whose name was Barrett, which was easily I just made that Garrett, and it was just great because then I made Anthony a guy too, and like we were always in the same party together, you know. And we would just go and just fuck everything up. It was
Hell
great.
yeah.
But number 2 is The Last of Us for the PS3, and then coming in at number 1 is God of War PS4 all time. Number 1 favorite game by everybody. And I've never
really-
played it.
Was Resident Evil on there?
That came in at number 10.
Yeah. Fucking lame.
Yeah, some of these games on here, but I guess too, you know, it's gonna go based off of like the graphics, the story, like the actual gameplay, achievements, all that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
And playing some of these games, like I know I've played a handful of these games. I know there's a lot of fucking achievements and
A lot of side missions.
like,
shit.
dude, Skyrim is not on here, surprisingly, but I logged between when I had it on Xbox 360 and then the PS4. I logged well over like 500-600 hours, like, and I still was only at like 80% completed on trophies.
What is that? What is that?
That's fucking. That's
We'll
all
say 600
ridiculous.
Hours, 600 hours. Divided by. It's 25 days.
Yeah, that's 25 solid days. That's almost a whole month of February just straight playing fucking Skyrim.
Fucking video game. Oh my god, that fucking game too, man. I can't do those. I can't do those fucking RPGs that are like that.
It's
that
hard to get
Middle-earth
into them.
Ugh. But I mean, it's not for the fact that they're bad games. I just like I lack the gamership, I suppose, of like trying to keep track of so many facets. Because there's so much shit that that you have to keep track of with those kind of games.
So many
man.
side missions, and like I
And
kept
it's not
doing.
even just side missions. It's just like to use, for a certain situation, like you have to have this, and that, and then you have to put it in order this way,
Mhm.
and then like you have to fucking run around and fucking grab the dragon's balls or something, and then fucking drink the potion. Like it's fucking nuts, dude.
It
It's
is.
nuts.
I've actually
nuts.
had to go to like YouTube a couple times to like
Yeah,
see how to
man,
get past
it's
a certain
so
part. 'Cause
funny.
It's just like, dude, this is not making
One of
any
my
sense.
coworkers, Cam and Ashley. You met Cam and Ashley
Yeah.
last time. They're like super big into WoW, into World of Warcraft. So like they actually like dedicate days out of their weeks where they rip together and they just fucking play because they got like a big community that they play with. Every time I hear him talk about him, it's just like nerds. As I'm like ripping Call of Duty, I will say Cam did witness me fucking tearing ass. That was that game that I was playing with you, I think. I'm pretty sure when I fucking went off and had like 7 kills in like the first like 5 minutes of the fucking game. We were playing with Cruz, pretty sure.
No, when we played, that was just the other night.
No.
Oh, this is a while ago?
Yeah, this was a few weeks ago.
Yeah, more than likely.
For sure. That was a hell of a game. It was like the best game I'd ever played until I died.
Yeah, just like that game that you and I just played. Like when I did that rip out, like
You were fucking.
I hadn't played.
You were clapping, dude.
But I think playing a lot of multiplayer was helping me like
Get your fucking
and
trigger finger
using
right.
all these other guns. Like that's why I have to do that
Yeah,
because
yeah, I know. I've been playing more multiplayer myself.
yeah, you got it. You gotta get used to those other guns.
And plus, I really am trying to level up my M13 right now. So I've been playing that shipment bullshit a lot.
Love it.
Emily sits there and she's playing Animal Crossing, and she's just like, "How is this fun?" And like I looked at her and like literally in mid game, just shooting at the same time, just like, babe, I don't know.
And you got psychopaths
Because,
like
like-
me that just fucking love it. Just throwing grenades every time I respawn.
Yeah, right.
yeah. Yeah, dude, it's so intense. Somebody hit somebody. Yeah, dude.
This is what we play for.
Dude, it's fucking the best.
That is
Especially when you got your crew in there too. You get a full 6-man team in there.
Yeah.
And you
just
really
talk
shit on
mad
people?
shit. Yeah, dude. Oh god, the chat afterwards. Oh man, your microphone just blows up.
Yeah, dude. You gotta mute
It's
everybody.
so loud, bro. It's so loud. Oh, you piece of shit. You're fucking queer. Blah, blah. Just like, but you have 12 people laying over each other doing that, so it's literally just like.
Anthony's the best at it though, dude.
Oh yeah. Oh
he
yeah.
fucking gets so many people.
Oh yeah. Anthony gets them so mad. So mad. Ooh, that is a skill that kid has mastered for sure. Seabass is really good too, man. But Seabass is
You're
really
bad.
like exactly. Yeah, he's real quick. He's like a ninja, just like wah wah. He's like, you're bad.
The only thing you hear in that little 2-second snippet, and you're just like, oh, fuck him, dude.
Yeah, I am bad.
That's so fucking good.
Oh man.
My thing is, if I'm in the gulag and I get killed, I just, nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unless it's a really fucked up kill, I'm just like, wow, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always nice.
Yeah.
It's
You
like
gotta
the
try
hat
to pay
tip,
him.
you
Yeah,
know?
yeah, exactly. You gotta pay respects, man. All right, props, man.
Bitch.
What bitch? Wait. let's wrap this up. I gotta do some dishes real quick before the old lady fucking kills me.
Yeah, get some formula and some tacos from the taco truck. I
You want some,
fucking love
you want
them.
some tuna casserole?
Yeah, I'll take some of that too, because I know I'll smash that later.
Yeah, fuck yeah. So yeah, Facebook.com/Dipping Milk and Cookies. Go like and share the page, guys. You can catch us on Spotify, iTunes, Podbean, YouTube. When you go to YouTube, make sure you subscribe to the page. And if you're already that far, you might as well ring that little bell, and then it'll put on notifications so that anytime we put something out, you will be notified. So make sure you guys are doing that. Any content, concerns, comments, rude remarks, anything of the sort, you send that shit to the email, dippingmilkandcookies@gmail.com. We would love to hear from you motherfuckers. What's next week?
Supposed to be Alex.
Yeah, if we can work it out. I asked him, and he said that it should work. Yeah, it is Alex. So hopefully we'll be doing the photography episode. The beer sample episode's gonna be fun.
That one may actually work right at the spot.
Yeah. But yeah, we love you. I love you. Everybody be good. Be safe. Stay healthy. And we will catch you guys next week. Bye-bye.
Go Brewers.